Thanks, Kelly. Well, when you talk about Oregon wine country, your first thought is often Willamette Valley, Pinot Noir. But Southern Oregon has its own wonderful world of wine just waiting to be explored.
And you can do just that this summer at an all-new festival. We have Travel Medford's Carol Skeeter-Stevens joining us live this morning, diving into all the details about Savor Southern Oregon. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, glad you're here. Okay, we do. I mean, we, of course, gravitate towards the Willamette Valley when we talk about wine, but Southern Oregon is gorgeous. The Rogue Valley is stunning. What is different about the Rogue Valley that people are missing out if they haven't made that trip down south?
You know, we're located in this awesome valley that's halfway between Napa, halfway between Willamette Valley. We have a Mediterranean climate, over 200 days of sunshine. I'm looking out at beautiful sun right now. And it makes a great environment for warmer climate varietals like Viognier, Tempranillo, Syrah, but also Oregon favorites like Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
Oh, just had to make mention of that sunshine as the
yeah.
rain has returned back for us
smart
here.
Selling
I
point
see
here.
What you're doing. No, I think it's a great option for folks here in the Portland area to get out of town for a little staycation weekend and get to experience an entirely different wine country. And they get to do that this year with the inaugural Savor Southern Oregon. So tell us about this new festival.
Yes, we're really excited to put this festival on. We have over 50 wineries participating from the Rogue Valley that will be showcasing a variety of wines. It's a 2-day event. It starts on Friday, June 13th, with one of our educational courses. We're offering 3 of those, which is a deep dive into all things Rogue Valley and the wine industry, led by winemakers themselves. Friday, we're doing the VIP tasting, which is a very intimate opportunity to get to know the winemakers and the creators themselves. And then Saturday is the fun grand tasting, where we will have those 50 wineries pouring a variety of wines. We have a wine competition that will kick off this weekend with 3 great judges. So those award-winning wines will also be available at that grand tasting.
Ooh, that sounds delicious across the board. And with that said, Medford, Southern Oregon, it's not that far away. We've said that on the show several times.
Yeah.
You can easily make a day trip out of it. There are also those jumper flights from PDX down to Medford. I mean, what would you recommend? What are the best ways for people in our area in the Portland Metro to get down and enjoy some of Southern Oregon?
Well, you know, I'm a native Willamette Valley girl, so I've driven that I-5 a lot of times. It can take 4 hours, 3.5 if I'm driving, so it's not too bad of a drive. But the flight's super easy from PDX down here to Medford Airport, and we like to say you can be from tarmac to tasting room in 30 minutes here. It's a great regional airport that's very accessible.
Oh,
tarmac
nice.
to tasting room in 30 minutes.
Tasting
That
room.
is brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, and then when you get to those tasting rooms, you do have a different kind of, variety of wines than what we would find in the north end of the Willamette Valley. So what can Portlanders really expect out of Rogue Valley wine?
You know, it's a great thing about the Rogue Valley. We produce over 70 different varietals here in the Rogue Valley. So you're going to get everything from a Sauvignon Blanc to a Barbera. The diversity down here is amazing. The tasting rooms are extremely approachable. Oftentimes you'll find the proprietors, winemakers' families, winemakers' kids, the multi-generational operations that we have down here. I like to say it's kind of a no reservations required. You can be spontaneous, head down here, hit one of our wineries, go to one of our great restaurants, spend the night here in Medford and explore everything that the Rogue Valley has to offer.
It is really neat to be able to have a different I guess wine resume, a different arsenal. There we go of types of wine, because you got we've talked about it here too. You think about Pinot Noir here with the Willamette Valley, and of course Chardonnay and sparkling. Very much on the up and up. But the different climates, you get to do something else. How fun is it to be able to experiment and grow these other types of wines within the state?
Yeah, absolutely. Like the Tempranillos that are coming out of here are just amazing. These big, bold wines that are easily approachable, great with food, small lot, a lot of them. We don't have a lot of big producers down here. A lot of these producers are producing under 5,000 cases. And so you get a wine that you might not find on the shelf anywhere else. So it makes it a really special experience.
Yeah, it is a fun way to go and explore a part of wine country that we don't always get to see up here in Portland.
Yeah.
So very cool to put the spotlight on it this summer. Carol, thanks so much for joining us. You got us all excited.
Thank you. We hope to see you down here at Savor Southern Oregon. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Thanks. And if you want to check out the inaugural Savor Southern Oregon Festival, it's happening June 13th and 14th at the Bigham Knoll Campus in Jacksonville. Tickets start at $48. You can learn more and get yours. Just check out this story right now on coin.com.